On the women's side, Shantanae Johnson, young lady out of Missouri, freshman year indoors, pretty good. Ran into a little bit of an injury bug during the outdoor season, redshirted her. Last year, indoors wasn't as good, and then outdoors started to come on a little bit. So looking for her to put a complete season together. Come in with I wouldn't say a completely different attitude, but a different appreciation for how to get work done, and has started to move up the ranks of now being able to expect something out of her. I think everybody wants to do well, but wants are more like wishes. You have to kind of demand it out of yourself, and then they're not wishes, they can actually go out and happen, and that's where I see her starting to take herself to. The fall has been great. Latoya Williams qualified for NCAA regionals last year. Similar situation, indoors her freshman year ran, wasn't bad. Outdoors that year got ill, redshirted her. Last year, a better indoor season, but still not quite there. She's still getting used to that darn 60. California kid who never ran short distances, and the 60 of all things for a 4'10" person is a hard event for her. But she's actually dynamic on the other end of things, so much so that qualifies for regionals in the 200, a Big Ten finalist in the 200 last year. And again, I finally put some people with those two now that we can start to run some sprint relays when we get outdoors, but they're both going to run some legs on 4x4s indoors and do the work needed to be what dynamic sprinters need to be, which is to have a little bit of range and be, especially in our wheelhouse here at Indiana, which is what we've had on the guys' side. The girls we were just a couple years behind, I think, on the recruiting side of it, but I really feel like we've turned the page on that, and they're appreciating what we need to do to get done, so they're right there. On the guys' side of it, Tyler Salt is back, a kid who we desperately, dearly missed last year. Had a navicular fracture, and it was a situation to where the right call was to redshirt him throughout the whole year. It made it hard, though, when you had a really young team and they were looking for leaders and there was no one around. So I can't express as to how excited we are to have Tyler back. It just brings a different demeanor. It doesn't always have to be the kid that's winning Big Tens who can solidify a team and make sure that things move forward. And Tyler's a kid who makes things move forward. He's just got some great innate qualities about him. And Oya, by the way, he's healthier than ever. And I think, I know for a fact, his sprinting as an individual is going to be the best he's ever done in his career. He's also going to lead us now to a couple of those relays that'll be back to the special times that we had only a year ago, of running 3:05s and 3:04s and running 39 seconds in a 4x1. Cornelius Strickland is another one who is starting to develop a lot like Richard, kind of morphing himself into almost getting that grown man strength. He's on his way. Maybe didn't have as good of a summer as probably should have due to some limitations where he's at, but transformed that into a great fall. And we had just a little snafu there, kind of took him out for a couple weeks here training-wise, so we'll hold him back for the first couple meets, but a kid who I fully expect to be the all Big, well, not all Big Ten, but placer he was last year. He was in the finals of the 60, finals of the 200. Outdoors, should have been in the finals of the 100, but was in the finals of the 2 outdoors, and set some great personal bests as a freshman, and is starting to get it, mentally more than anything. So we're super excited about him. And then you've got, once the season gets rolling, it's going to be a little while, but we got three of the young men off the football team that are going to come back, and we're still trying to see where we're going to be with Nick Stoner. Probably run him indoors, probably not run him outdoors, kind of a deal, just to play some strategic games more than anything. Anthony and LaRae Smith are kids that are going to come off the football field. Both were redshirted for football this past fall. Definitely have some transitions, there's no question about that. But just pleased to say that, if it goes as well as it did last year with both Stoner and Nick Turner were ready to go last year and both ran personal bests and were members of this team that can help us. Those two come in with even better credentials than Stoner and Turner did. So, excited to get them back out, and we'll take it, when we can get them out here and do the right thing by them. But it's a good group. It's a young group. It's a lot like the cross country team, quite honestly. We go outdoors and you talk about redshirt sophomores, and you're talking about kids who, I think there's only one junior on the group. So it's an exciting group, a dynamic group that is learning how to work, and I know that's going to parlay into some big things, Big Ten wise and national.